Today, I want to take a closer look at Google. This is probably one of my favorite investments outside of the semiconductor space. And in today's episode, I want to take a closer look at some reasons, actually one short reason to be very bullish in this company. So let's get started.
I do want to thank The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video, and make sure to check out fool.com/Jose to get the top 10 stocks to buy right now.
As we can see, yesterday, Friday, was a horrible day for the overall market, especially the tech space. Alphabet was down roughly 2.7% and sitting at $98.68. The 52-week low of this stock is roughly $95.56. And I do want to say right now, even though it probably doesn't seem like it's probably the best time to be investing in a lot of these great companies like Google. So if we take a closer look at revenue, Google typically is a nice growth stock. In most recent quarter, it grew 12.6%. Nothing too crazy, right? Not a hyper growth stock, but a big tech company like this growing at double digits, even if it's in the low teens, in my opinion, is pretty impressive. And we can see that overall historical growth in the past 3 years. And for the upcoming quarter, it's expected to grow at 9.18% based on what analysts are expecting. I do want to say 9.18%, especially with the overall macroeconomic events that are happening right now, is still pretty impressive. I know we're seeing a lot of companies kind of reducing their guidance or giving preliminary results, which obviously could be the case for a company like Google, but I still believe there might be some at least mid-single digit growth for this company, even with the overall kind of macroeconomics. So like I mentioned earlier on, I do believe there's something very bullish for YouTube or Google, and that's actually YouTube, right? And not just YouTube itself, YouTube Shorts. And let me explain a little bit more. But if we take a closer look in their most recent quarter, which ended in June 30th, and they reported sometime in July, we can see YouTube ads is $7.3 billion. We can see all of the other Google search products in the advertisement space grew pretty strong. Google Search and others grew pretty much from 35 billion same time last year to roughly 40 billion. So that's a nice growth. The only one that really didn't grow much was YouTube ads, and that's something I want to explain. I also just want to show the previous quarter, so quarter one of 2022, YouTube ads did grow pretty strong. In 2021, it was roughly 6 billion in the first quarter. Fast forward to quarter one of 2022, it was roughly 6.8. So there was strong growth in YouTube. Right now, though, YouTube is facing strong competition from the likes of TikTok. And we can see here from these articles from TechCrunch, on July 13, kids and teens now spend more time watching TikTok than YouTube, new data shows. We also see this other article that mentions that one of the kind of top tiers in Google mentioned that in their studies, something like almost 40% of young people, when they're looking for places for lunch, they don't go to Google Maps or search, you continue, they go to TikTok or Instagram. So TikTok and short content has definitely become, I want to say, a competition for this company. And kind of, obviously, if they're going to some other platforms to do search, it's obviously going to reduce the overall amount of ad revenue this company collects. And if you are enjoying the episode so far, make sure to hit the thumbs up, as it does help me grow my overall audience. If you want to support a little bit more, make sure to subscribe using my link at fool.com/Jose. I do want to say TikTok is a private company, but a quick Google, obviously Google, using the power of Google, we can see that TikTok in 2021, it is estimated to generate $4.6 billion in revenue. That is insane, right? Those are just short-term content that Google itself can kind of bring into their YouTube ads one way or another. And they are doing that. I do want to say this pushback from TikTok has actually made YouTube a stronger platform when they developed YouTube Shorts, right? Like I mentioned, $4.6 billion. I'm not saying YouTube can kind of take all that advertisement, but it can overall help increase that YouTube ad growth. And we can see bigger growth potentials, maybe not this quarter, but definitely in the long term of things, especially when you have recent news that YouTube is starting to monetize their shorts and they're going to start doing revenue splits with content creators. Obviously, there are a lot of other kind of competitors in this space. We also see Meta with their Reels, and they're also kind of adding some form of monetization on Facebook Reels. But we can see this is the new form of advertisement in one way or another for the kind of tech world. And obviously, a new solution means that there's going to be more form of ad revenues for companies like Google and Meta platforms. Also, all companies, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok kind of do some form or are planning some form of revenue share. At the moment, the one that has the best plan itself is probably YouTube. And we can actually see from this meme right here, created by TechCrunch, we can see creators kind of looking at YouTube Shorts as it introduces ad revenue compared to being with their so-called favorite TikTok. So as a long-term investor, I do believe there's huge potential for YouTube ads to grow dramatically, especially as they start to monetize YouTube Shorts. I mean, I myself am a content creator, so I'm a little bit more behind the scenes and things like this, and I can definitely say that a lot more content creators in all types of space, right? Because I try to learn from content creators that are going viral in all types of markets, not just in the fintech world. And one thing that they are doing is pushing pretty hard in YouTube Shorts. So we can see the content creator community is behind this type of like short platforms. So I do believe that's very bullish for more of that kind of TikTok viewers to come back to YouTube. Finally, I mean, if we want to take a closer look at valuations, forward PE ratio for Google right now is trading at 19.25. If we take a closer look at historical levels since 2019, these are values probably not seen before. So in my opinion, I do believe YouTube is not only sitting in an attractive value and valuation, but it's also sitting in an attractive place where it can kind of grow its overall revenue. If we take a closer look at their balance sheet, Alphabet with roughly $125 billion in cash, $12 billion in debt, this to me is a no-brainer. Obviously, the market can continue to be irrational. We can continue to see down days, but I do believe in the long term of things, YouTube or Google, I keep saying YouTube, Google is going to be a great investment in my portfolio. So let me know your thoughts. Take care, have a good day, and see you next time.